Hello everyone and welcome to part 8 of this tutorial. In this video we will be creating a main menu widget for our game. So first let's go and create the user widget and let's call it main menu widget. Okay. Okay, so first we need to define a few elements here. First one is button. Second one is text block. And here in private we want to create the button. So view property meta equal bind widget view button unlimited time button, and again let's copy paste this. Let's call it uh, limited time button. Mm, Now for the text block, unlimited time unlimited time mode high score, and here limited time high score. Right now we don't have the high score functionality, and we will create it later on in other tutorial, but let's just add them here from now because we will use them later on in the next tutorials. So why not? And we also need a button uh, let's call it exit game button. This will be responsible to exiting the game. And we need to override the native construct. We need a function that calls the unlimited button when it's pressed. Unlimited button clicked. Okay. Limited. Oh. Okay. We need a word pointer. A function to exit the game. What else? I think that's it for now. So let's create the functions. So first thing we need to do here is to get a word, to get the word URL. So view word, no, sorry, not your word, you already have it. Word equal get word. Now we need to bind the buttons, the functionality buttons. So unlimited button, no, not this one, sorry. Unlimited time button. Button dot, let's add the header for buttons. On click. Unlimited button, click. If limited time button, limited time button, on clicked. Okay, now we need one for the exit button. So exit game. Let's copy this. Okay, but this one is exit. Okay. Okay. Now what happens when we click the unlimited button? We need to open the map that is responsible for this game mode. So if word, first let's include the gameplay statics. Open level is name is unlimited time map. Let's copy it from here. Unlimited time map. Now the same thing for the limited time, but let's change this to limited time map. And the exit game, we need to get our player controller. So a player controller is equal to u. Okay, now you system library, quit game, and the word context object is word, the player controller is player controller, and quit preference, quit. Okay, not background, just quit. Oh, I think we have one more parameter. Yeah, it's a boolean, ignore platform restrictions. True. Okay, so I think we are good to start designing our widget. So let's go here and create a blueprint based off this widget. Okay, so first let's add a canvas panel. Okay, then we add a border to it, and let's fill it. Let's change the color to something nice. Oops, not this color, sorry. The brush color here. Like this. Okay, now let's add a safe zone. Inside of it, a scale box. Let's make this saved on fill screen. And inside the scale box, we need a vertical box to add all our elements. And another scale box now. And inside of it, I want to add an image. So the image I want to add, I created this image in Canva. And I will leave a link in the description for this image if you want to use it as well. So I will go ahead and import it now. Okay, now that I imported the image, let's drag it here. Okay, and change the scale of it a little, 350, 350. Now, later on, it will scale by itself. Now let's add a size box inside our vertical box. And let's override the width and height. The width may be 300 and the height may be 150. Okay, and make them center align horizontally both. Or maybe the vertical, let's make it top align. Okay. Now let's add a button. And let's name it unlimited time button. Let's change the color to something nice. And the outline settings, maybe 3 and to black. And the corner I would like maybe 20 on all sides. Okay, now we need to add the text inside the size box. We need to add the text for the high score and the text for the game mode title. So let's add the vertical box. I'm sorry, 1 second. Or you know what? Yeah, let's add a vertical box. I was thinking about using an overlay, but let's do this instead. And give them a padding of 0 on the left, 0 on the right, and 10 on bottom and down. Okay. Now inside the vertical box, we need a text for the game mode, and let's change the font to our font here. Let's center it, and let's call it endless time, maybe, or endless mode. Like this. Okay, now we need here an icon for our high score and a text that shows how much our high score is inside this game mode. So I will leave also a link for the icon if you want it. You can download it. I will import it now here. Okay, there it is. Now let's search for uniform grid panel and insert it inside the vertical box and make it fill. Now inside of it, we want to add an image to represent our icon here. Okay. And you also need a text. So text here and give it a colon of 1 and this one is 0. Let's change the size here to 70 like so, and maybe make it, we will see, but let's change this here to ideally. Let's call it unlimited time mode high score, and let's change it to 0, and let's wrap it with a scale box, because if the high score is very high, it might if you don't have it, the scale box, it might go off the button, outside the button. Now the scale box will make sure it stays inside the button. Okay, and change this to 60 maybe, and this. Okay, now I'm fine with this. Let's copy this size box, let's duplicate it, and give the first one some padding, maybe top 50 and bottom 50, like so. And let's change this here to timed mode. Okay, and let's change the name of it, of the button, to limited time button. And for the text, let's change it to limited time mode high score. Limited time mode. Oh, use for one here. Okay. Let's give this also maybe 50 by 50. And this one maybe 50 on the top only. Okay, this is so good now. Now lastly we need the button for the exit game and drag it inside the canvas. And let's call it exit game button. Okay, now I will also import an image. I will leave a link in description as well. Okay, let's drag it here. Let's make it 1 second. Let's wrap it with a size box actually. So wrap the size box. Let's override these two. 150, 150. Now here, size to content, of course. Alignment maybe 0 minus 0 0.2, 0 minus 0 0.2. Let's change the tint to white and fixed radius, let's make it half height, and the outline to black and make it bigger, maybe like this. And the image size here doesn't matter because we have wrapped it with a size box. Now this should be fine. Let's copy paste this here and here. Change the tint to a little bit darker when you press it. Great, so our main menu screen is ready. Now we still need to display it, so let's create a main menu game mode. Okay, and in here, let's include the main menu widget. Okay, and in private, we need to override the virtual begin play. And we need a T subclass of view main menu widget. Okay, main menu widget plus. And we need an instance for it, a variable to hold the widget. Okay, great. Now let's override this. Okay, so if main menu widget class, let's include it here first. Main menu widget instance is equal to create widget view main menu widget. get word main menu widget class. Add to viewport. Great. Now I forgot that we need menu game mode. We need to add some stuff in our constructor. Some default values, like the default pawn class in this main menu is equal to null, as well as the HUD. Basically, we need everything to be null except the player controller. Game state class null. Here, state. I'm having a stroke. Okay, and spectator class null. Let's compile. And let's create a blueprint from it. And let's add the main menu widget class to this one. Now we need to go into our project settings, maps and modes, and change everything to, we don't have a map yet. So let's go into maps and create a map, file, new level, empty level. Let's save it. Let's call it main menu map. And let's assign the game mode for this to be equal to main menu game mode. Maps and modes, change now to our main menu map. Okay, now let's try and start the game. Okay, if we try to exit, it exits, and if we try to play, this is weird. But you can see the viewport is fetched. Okay, so it's not 0 anymore. Okay, but the issue now, why is it? Where did the ground go? Did I delete it by accident? No. Okay, this is weird. This is weird. This is very weird. I don't know why this happened to me actually, but whatever. Now let's go back to our main menu. Okay. So now if we try and score 5 points. Oops. I changed it back to 5 for some reason. Let's change it back to 1. Great. Okay. Now I noticed a bug in the last time I was editing the last tutorial, that sometimes it's increasing to 2, the score. And to avoid that, we can go to our hoop. Okay. And in here, we need to check if the ball did not score. Remember how we created a scored boolean? We need to check if it's not true, we do this. It's that simple. Okay, so let me check something in the ball interface. Where is it? Ball interface. Get scored boolean. Okay, so we already have it. Let's go now here after the if ball interface, if ball interface gets scored boolean. Okay, so if ball interface gets scored, so this is true now. We don't want true, we need false. So let's add this at the start. So if scored is false, do this. It's that simple. Now it will be fixed. Now, no matter how much we shoot, the score will only increase by 1. And I'm missing. Oh, okay. So when the hoop is activated and we lose, we need to deactivate it again. So let's go and do it real quick. But first, let's go into our UI here, our game mode. And I want to change this. Let's paste this here and here. I forgot to do it. And in here as well. So paste, or actually paste. Okay. Now, no matter how much we click on it, it will look the same. So when we restart the game, actually, we need to deactivate this movement component, okay? Oh my god. Okay, so when we lose, it can keep moving. It's not an issue. I like it this way. But the issue is when we restart, it should be back to the center and it should stop moving. So here, inside our unlimited time game mode, now why I'm doing this in the unlimited time, because in the time game mode I won't be moving the hoop because it's already hard enough. I don't want to make it harder. Okay, so I'm just doing here. If you want to do it in both, you can do it in the parent game mode. Like everything, this you can do it in the parent game mode. Now in the restart, get if basketball hoop deactivate. I don't have it yet, we didn't do it, so let's go quickly do it. Deactivate movement component. Okay. Where is it? Here. Deactivate movement component. Now, oh, we also need to set it back in the center. Right now, it only deactivates and it stops moving wherever it is. And like, I mean, it stops moving, let's say here, and it stays here, right? We need to center it again in the middle. So here also, basketball hoop set actor transform, and the transform original, I don't know if we done it in last tutorials. Let's go to our parent game mode to check here or here. When we get the, okay, so we did for the original ball transform, we didn't get the original hoop transform. So and protected, let's change this to original hoop transform. Okay, now when we get the hoop, where is it? Here. Basket original hoop transform. Get active. That's it. Now let's copy this and set it here. Now let's try it. Okay, now if we lose and click restart, it goes back to the original place. Great. Okay, one last thing I promise in this tutorial is we need a home button here. Maybe we want to return home, right? So let's go quickly do it. Um, let's do it. We can do it a separate widget like this, like we did for the restart button, and we can do it inside our gameplay widget here. We can just set it here. I'm going to just set it here because it's faster for now. But the point of making a separate one like this one here is if you want to use it in many places. If you have a very big game and you want to use the same button in multiple widgets, right? But right now we only have this widget. We don't really need to make a separate one. Okay, so let's go here and create a user widget very quickly. No, sorry, not user widget. Sorry. Let's go to gameplay widget and add this button. So new property. Okay, let's go and declare this. And a function. And let's include the button component. And native construct, we don't have it, so let's override it. If home button when clicked, put that dynamic. Now here, get or if get word, we need to open a new level. Actually, here you and the level name is main menu map. Let's compile this and end the button. Okay, and again, I want to import a new image. I will leave a link as well. Okay, so let's drag it here. And also let's make it wrap it with a size box. 150 by 150. Let's call it home button. And have height with maybe 6, and let's copy this here, and here, and change this a little bit darker. Okay, let's test it out. Let's say I want to exit. Okay, now time game mode we don't have it yet, so oops. Great. Okay, that's it for this tutorial, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial, and don't forget, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.